All right, so this is just a quick rundown of how the announcements and communication portion of this are going to work. So last year when we did this in person, we actually used Microsoft Teams to just post some announcements. We're going to do the same thing this year. The main difference is the entire simulation is on Teams rather than just the announcements. So the entire simulation is being run here, the Global Pathosis Simulation October 2020. So that's the team, and then you see all these different channels here. So the announcements and communication is occurring in the announcements and communication channel. So if you look here right now, it's really just the admin folks that we have, that all of us have access to this. Essentially, once the simulation starts and the students pick who their chief communication or chief information officer is, that one person from each team will be assigned, so they'll have access. So that's what this little lock means. It's a private channel. So we're going to assign a student. So initially, as the person who's giving the announcements, I changed the name, so the person giving the announcements is now the communications hub. So as the person giving those announcements, you'll be the only one in here initially, and then as the simulation progresses, you'll be posting those announcements. So you can kind of post the announcements here, and what the announcements are going to be posted right here. And pretty similar to the text I used last year, kind of text announcements at specific times. So again, here I have outlined what those specific times are in the simulation. So we have the specific times there, and initially it'll be just some welcome and then info for the researchers, the chief strategists. We're doing just the golden ticket this year, so we're not going to do golden and silver ticket, so just one ticket basically. This is kind of similar to actually what the silver ticket was last year, which is essentially if they are the first organization to take the lead on building 2 ETUs, so a little bit more straightforward. If they're the first organization to take the lead on building 2 ETUs, then they get the chance to build another facility without having to spend any resources. So that's pretty similar to what we did last year. We'll make that announcement. The grant will be similar. This time, we're actually going to make the grant announcement online rather than last year where I gave out envelopes. So you'll just be posting the grant announcement here and then posting kind of when the grant initially here, so I have a timeline of events like I did last year when you're going to call for the grant, and then the grant becomes due kind of at the end of their second negotiation session. So you can see I have a timeline event here. So I'll send you an email with this same information, but basically it's just cut and paste each of these and then interact with them like you did last year as needed. So that's essentially how the announcements and communication channel will work. They should be able to text you back if they have any questions. The other component of this is last year you helped to judge the grant, so you're going to do that again this year as helping to judge the grants. Gail Kwame, who's one of our librarians, is going to help as well. So the two of you will kind of look at the incoming grants, decide who won, and then communicate that to the winners, but also let me know so that I can make sure that we add that to their total tally of resources available to them. The other component of this is actually helping us keep track of who's going to win the golden ticket. So once the project cards are completed and on the map, I'm going to actually be sending those to you. And so you can help keep track of which organization actually took the lead on those projects. So once you have found an organization that took the lead, the first organization that took the lead on 2 ETUs, they're the one who win the golden ticket. So that's the basic rundown, pretty similar to last year in terms of the functionality of this. The main difference obviously is there's going to be a lot of other things going on. I will send another video just showing this, but basically you shouldn't ever have to kind of be in a face-to-face in-person meeting, which means actually when you start, you can join the general channel here. And actually when you do that, you'll see a live stream of the actual map. So you'll be able to see this map in the upper left-hand corner, and that will actually tell you what's going on. You'll be able to keep track of kind of where we are in the simulation. And you can click back and forth between looking at that in the big picture and then going back into the communication channel. So hopefully that helps kind of go through what the roles are, and please let me know if you have any questions.